Okay. Hey, what's up? It's Steph with Steph's Rock Show back on Spotify. We have Cascade Effect. Thank you guys so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
So I saw you guys have a fourth single that just came out. You played with Power Man 5000. You were at San Diego Music Awards. You guys have been doing a lot. Catch me up on what the band is currently up to right now.
Dustin, go.
There's so many.
Yeah, so we just had the San Diego Music Awards. We didn't win, but it was still a really cool experience to be nominated amongst all these, great local musicians, and even international musicians are included on that one. So it felt good because we're still a pretty young band. I mean, as in terms of how long we've been a band, we're still pretty young in that way. So it was nice to be even nominated for that. And then, we just released our fourth single. It's called God Particle. It's on Spotify and all the other streaming platforms. We're really stoked about that one. And then we have some shows coming up out of town. We're playing in Las Vegas next weekend, May 16th. It's Las Vegas Music Scene Has a Heart is doing a benefit show for St. Jude's, and we are headlining that one. And then in June, we're going to Oregon to play in the Rivera Fest in Medford. Wait, no, not
Myrtle Creek.
Myrtle Creek.
I didn't know there was a Myrtle Creek, Oregon. I knew there was one in South Carolina. Okay.
That's Myrtle Beach.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's neat. You guys got a lot coming up. I haven't been to Vegas in 5 or 6 years, and it used to be pretty affordable. I could skirt through and stay at like Hooters or Tropicana and make it out for a weekend for $500. I've been seeing a lot of posts recently that Vegas got really expensive the last 5 years. Have you guys been recently, and has it increased in price?
I lived in Vegas for 12 years. I moved away, 2017-ish. I don't go back often. Not a huge fan of Vegas because I lived there for so long. But from what I've heard through people I know there, it has gotten more expensive. A lot of people left California and moved to Vegas because it was cheaper to live, or more affordable, that is. But last couple times I was there, I mean, the traffic is worse. I mean, it's Vegas. It grows leaps and bounds every year. Just the rural parts. When we drove out towards North Las Vegas, I forget where we were going, but like there's so many more houses built out there. Like it was just insane. Like they kept going where 10 years ago it was nothing but desert. As far as hotels and food and that sort of thing, it's no longer like you go there and if you gamble, you get free stuff.
I used to skirt by. I'd sit at a gambling machine for 2 seconds, get a drink. I'd stay at Hooters for $25 a night. I don't know how that happened, but it would happen. And now I heard that hotel closed down. I love your guys' look. It's like POD, Weird Al, Robert Plant all got together and made a baby. Like the vibes.
We did a whole series on Instagram about that. Who we all look like, and we did Weird Al for me. So it was funny you say that.
I saw that. And so I'm Weird Al's #1 fan on the Donnie and Marie Osmond show back in the day. And I backup dance for Weird Al. So I have a huge,
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah. I have a huge past with Weird Al. I'm kind of creepy, to be honest. I'm kind of maybe his stalker at this point. I don't know.
I get the you look like Weird Al, you look like Robert Plant. I get that all the time.
Yeah. So how did you guys all meet? How did you guys get together to create Cascade Effect?
Well, a lot of us have been around in the San Diego music scene for a long time. Even Alec has been here for 6 years now, or
8 years now?
8 years, yeah. But a lot of us have been playing in the same scene for 20 years or so.
Ever?
Yeah, and even a few of us have played in bands together in the past. And then pretty much all of our projects kind of like ended around the same time, and I just like wanted to start something new, so I hit up Bobby and hit up Sean, and then Alex like, hey, I want to come check it out, and I just wanted something to grow organically, and we just got together, started writing in a room, and this is what happened.
You guys are heavy as fuck, like really heavy. Was that an agreed upon sound, or did someone kind of want to be that heavy and someone else was like, ooh, can we experiment with something lighter?
Heavy good.
Yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Dustin, but I think Dustin made the conscious decision of we need to be in drop G for this.
That was happening.
Yeah, and then he himself and Sean, kind of the primary songwriters, just started writing riffs and putting things together. And Seth, who's not here at the moment, our amazing drummer, you know, so in some cases he'll just put here's a cool drum thing I did, and then Sean or Dustin will like write a riff over it, and then it just becomes this. It's a very unique way of how we kind of come to the songs. Sometimes we'll have bits and pieces, but mostly we'll have like a completed idea, and we all learn it, and then we just kind of flesh it out as we practice the song. So they morph a bit, but yeah, it's heavy has been the way, and we've never once, I think, said, oh, we should go a little bit lighter. We just fuck
that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, heavy is subjective. You know, Metallica was heavy back in the day. Megadeth was heavy back in the day, and they, you know, and tuning, I don't think necessarily determines how heavy a band is. Plenty of bands are heavy as hell, and they're not tuned down as low as we are. You know,
yeah,
so I think
really, sorry. Like bands are so fucking extreme nowadays. Like extreme metal is way extreme, and on that scale, we're not even touching some of that stuff, you know. But
well, yeah, there's been the shock rock has gotten crazier than Alice Cooper nowadays, right? Like the amount of fake babies' heads popped off with blood and stuff like that. People trying to outdo the next person, it's almost getting kind of ridiculous in a sense. Like
it's more so just like trying to draw attention to yourself, because with all the various social media platforms and music streaming platforms, it's just oversaturated. Anybody, you know, with a home computer can record and release music these days. So you gotta, you know, a lot of bands have that shock value to try and you know, generate views and followers and fans and all that. It's a lot of extra work for when you're a musician these days, for sure.
It's hard. Sean says he can't hear. I think he pressed mute or somehow muted himself. I like it. He's like in a bad porn, walking around, trying to like film himself. You know what I mean? It's trying to look like a realistic Pornhub video, just out and about. Oh, and then we lost him. He's really going for it.
I had some challenges with my microphone too, so
no, it's all good. And sometimes phones are hard, you know, with Wi-Fi and whatnot. Okay, so I love fun stories too. Do you guys have an I partied too hard story, either with the band or before the band?
Oh
well, I don't know if I can remember all of them, but I remember one instance, and this was probably in the 90s. Like most bands, when you get to a show, you get there super early, and you load in, you set up, and you kind of just wait around for a while. Well, I drank way too much, and I didn't realize how much I drank, and I performed the entire set, and it was the worst, most horrible thing I've ever done in my life, because they videotaped the whole thing, and I got to watch it back. I'm like, oh my god. So thankfully, there weren't iPhones and things like that back then. So
you got to watch yourself for the first time, pretty much, when you saw it. You didn't know.
Watch myself drunk play horribly. Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know if that's a funny story. It makes me sad. Now
you gotta fuck up here and there.
I'm a lot more conscious now of my, you know, drinking or not drinking before a show.
Yeah, there's that happy medium, right? Like 2 beers is good. You don't want too many.
I'm happy that I've never gotten too fucked up and then tried to play, but after the show, that's a different story. Like one thing comes to mind. I was in New Orleans one time. We had just played a show, and then, well, yeah, let's go down to Bourbon Street. And I was on a mission to try like every one of the different drinks that they have. Like, I'm gonna do a grenade, and I'm gonna do a hurricane, and all the things. And really don't recommend doing that.
And mixing. You don't want to mix alcohol.
Yeah.
But never do that. Never
Did you
do that.
show your tits and get beads? Like what happened?
Oh, I just kind of, I got a little. I was like lifting my shirt up on one of the balconies, and then it became too much, and I found myself puking outside the van in a parking lot.
Hot. Yeah. You didn't take home like a vampire chick though.
No, thankfully not.
Okay. That could have been exciting.
Yeah.
I haven't been to New Orleans, and I lived in Austin, Texas. And it's weird. I've partied a lot in Texas and a lot in Little Rock, Arkansas, but I have yet to go to New Orleans, and I want to go. Some people said, though, the crime has gotten off the charts recently. And like there's been a lot of pickpocketing and fighting and problems. So it's scared. I want to go somewhere and get really fucked up and not worry about danger. So that's, a hard part.
I don't know if that place exists anymore.
Yeah, you're right. God, that's a good. I guess I do like getting fucked up in my house though, because then I only have to walk upstairs to my bed to go to sleep.
Yeah. Then
So
you don't
that's
have to worry
exciting.
about it.
As long as
What
you're-
about you, Bobby?
As long as you're out with friends and people you can trust, you should be okay.
Yeah. I leave
What's
my friends though to get laid. What about you, Bobby? Do you have like I party too hard? Like, oops.
Which time? No.
Your favorite one you can remember.
Next question.
Next question.
Okay. You want to keep your marriage or something? We got
I'm
to.
kidding.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay.
Now she knows about everything.
She
Yeah.
does.
That's what's hard. So for me dating, because you can find a clip of all my wild stories over the last 21 years, I got to just explain it right in the get-go. Like, listen, I fucking dated rock stars and did some crazy shit, and they have to be like okay with a wild past, which isn't, and not everyone's down with that. Some people, you got to be kind of secure with yourself.
Social media is like your dating resume now. People
Right.
get your
Well,
name,
yeah.
like, let's go check. Oh my good Lord, look what she did.
I put my worst foot forward too. I'm not like, hey, you want my degrees and stuff? I'm like, do you guys know who I sucked off 15 years ago? Like, that's what I talk about. So it happens. Okay, question. Do you
We
guys
talked about who Bobby sucked off 15 years ago.
wait? I want to know.
She was rather tall and had a very large.
Perfect.
Was it in the Philippines? Maybe because you can't tell.
That was the best pickup line I ever heard. You remind me of the volcano god. You must fuck me. Okay, I guess we're going there.
That's hot. That's like Moana hot.
We need
My
that
kids
on a
like that movie.
t-shirt, Bobby.
I should.
My old boss at Rock 96.7 had like an interesting story like that. He was in a dark club in San Francisco, and he was making out with what he thought was a girl for a while, super hot Asian chick. And it was dark. And then he went to go up her skirt, and there was a penis. So,
Baggage.
Yeah, baggage, a little bit of baggage. But they kept making out, but then he didn't take her home, whatever that is. But yeah, that's exciting. Okay, random
That's very
questions.
exciting.
Yeah, it's a good story for radio. Do you guys watch the news? And if you do you trust it?
I personally don't watch the news,
Yeah.
only because there's no point.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. It doesn't matter what channel you watch, or, I mean, not getting into politics, but I mean, that's been the bulk of, things you see on Facebook and news reports, and, even my YouTube feed they're trying to feed me political things and news reports. And I'm like, unless it's the weather, like, I don't bother.
Yeah.
Personally.
I assume that everything that I see on TV is untrue.
Bullshit.
Yeah. It's hard to believe and trust nowadays when they've been caught in lies or trying to skew the presentation of reality.
That's a very deep rabbit hole, obviously.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very deep.
Okay.
But
do you guys
certain
believe in
things-
horoscopes?
Horoscope?
It's more fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be more into that. Like, I would actually read my horoscope every, they have the daily horoscope and then a monthly horoscope. I used to read it and try to find parallels. And I'm like, wow, yeah, it was pretty dead on. But over time, like, I kind of just fell away from doing that.
lost hope.
It was
Where
wrong
do you
to
even
me.
go to read your horoscope anymore? It used to be like in the newspaper or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say that ages us. That you could read it in the daily newspaper, and it was exciting. Do you guys have like a horoscope of a female that you would stay away from, that you wouldn't date again?
I don't remember enough about it
I don't-
to know.
No.
I don't
Okay.
remember.
That's
Yeah.
good. That means you're straight, probably. That's good. Okay, a really crazy question. If a chick says you just met her, you just started dating her, it's new, that she's on birth control, would you come inside of her and trust her or not come inside of her?
Just like the news, never trust it.
Yeah.
Don't trust a new girl that says it's okay to come inside me. Or do you guys, any of you guys have kids from that situation?
Nope.
Okay.
No, we're actually
Nope.
all like, everyone's married and has kids with their wife.
Nice.
Well,
I have a
not
lot of
me.
marriages and kids, and I keep going though. I'm always looking for the next marriage. It's exciting. I like a good party.
Technically, I married into 4 boys. So
Oh, that's amazing.
Mhm.
Volcano
you got
God is a stepdad.
Mhm.
Okay, neat.
I didn't know that right away, Bobby. When I first met you, I met your boys. I'm like, holy
Yeah.
crap! Like, how did you father these ginormous kids?
You stepped up hard. That's cute.
Well, got a good wife. She takes care of the chaos, so I can rock. And
That's important to have a good partner that supports you to do your
That is
hobby.
very important.
For
Yes.
sure. And that doesn't get jealous and like is just kind of in your corner.
I think we're all pretty blessed in that way in the band. Everyone's wife is supportive.
Have you guys ever done a wife swap?
I think I saw it on the Google Calendar. I'm not sure, but
Not yet, but it's
On
coming
the
up. Like for
calendar.
June,
Yeah,
for
it's like-
summertime.
That's
You're
like
gonna
in
wife swap?
September or something.
Yeah. That's cute. Okay. Do you guys TikTok?
We
A
have
bit,
a
a bit.
TikTok.
I think we've dabbled. I looked at it, but
We have a TikTok. We post band stuff on there. I have gotten on TikTok and I'm like, I'm gonna start posting some stuff, and then I do it like 3 or 4 times, and then I just forget to do it anymore.
I feel
Yeah,
you.
so-
I used to tease people that lip synced, and then I got a TikTok finally like 10 months ago, and now I do lip syncs. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I was like, this is so stupid. Why do these people lip sync and dance? And now I'm like, I'm into it. I'm down. So it might go away though.
It's about entertainment, right? That's the idea, is that you gotta entertain people. You're either gonna go on there for entertainment or educational purposes. So the more entertaining you are, the more people will like and follow you and whatever else.
the
Or
more money
according
you'll make.
to Tim Dillon is people like your TikTok if they want to fuck you. That's why they like it. And I'm like, that's just, he's so honest. That's what makes it good.
Who's Tim Dillon?
Oh my God, you got to look him up. So he's my
Oh, I
favorite
know Tim
podcaster.
Dillon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a comedian and a podcaster, and
Wow.
he tells it like it is. There's no bullshit.
Mhm.
I like that. Okay, guys, what's happening? What's coming up in 2025? What are we looking forward to for Cascade Effect?
Well, a couple things. We did spend quite a bit of time at the end of 2023 planning out this year. So we've done a bunch of tours and shows and music releases. So we got a couple more songs to be released by the end of this year. But we're actually getting together soon to talk about 2026 and what our plan is for that. We did some shows in Arizona, Phoenix, and Tucson. We did Salt Lake City. We did Santa Barbara. We did LA. We did Reno. And I think we talked about kind of going back around that circuit again, just to keep some consistency going there and build up a fan base. So that will be cool. There's some new places. I'm relocating to Houston actually next week, so we're gonna start looking at playing in Texas. That's something I haven't really We talked
Careful
about
with
it a
your
little
hair,
bit.
man. I party in Houston a lot, and the curly hair, it gets even frizzier and crazier with the humidity in Houston. So you got to
I'm
watch
looking forward
out.
to it.
Yeah, it'll be more of a Weird Al look. Well, I love Reno, so the Bunny Ranch is really fun to drink there. They have a lot of great hookers. I've had a couple of them on my show. Alice Little, shout out. She's like one of the leaders at the Reno Bunny Ranch. But I like that you guys are planning for 2026 and we're all talking about aliens landing and World War III and the end of the world. But you guys are like, no, we're still going. It's not ending yet.
Oh yeah, dude, never give up.
No.
Yes. Yeah. I think if you make it past 40, it's like, I can't just fucking die now. Like I got to see the rest out.
Exactly. Exactly.
This planet needs a good alien invasion just to get everything squared away.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Really exciting. I don't know anyone with an underground bunker or anything, but it'd be pretty cool, like to get anal probed and meet somebody new. But thank you guys so much for coming by Stefs Rock Show. And if you come out to Sacramento, let me know. I got to make it to a show.
We actually are.
We are coming to Sacramento in September.
September.
Yeah.
Holy
September.
We're September 11th.
No.
Oh, we're not going to celebrate the Twin Towers falling in Sacramento. That'd be kind of neat. Well, tell me the date when you guys know, or I'll check your website. I got to come out and support you guys.
Let you know. But we're doing a short tour, and it's gonna start in Sacramento, September 18th.
Hell yes. Okay, I'm writing this down.
Yeah.
Right.
Shots. No.
Woo,
Oh,
yeah. Shots of green tea and water and talking about aliens. Thank you guys.
Bring the loop for the anal probing.
Yes. Oh, Sean made it back on to say goodbye. He figured it out. Thank you so much for coming by. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, no problem.
We're ending, but we want to say that we love you and thank you for being a part of this.
Yeah.
We love you guys, or I love you guys.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
We're glad the porn you left and did went well, and we're looking on your OnlyFans for the porn you shot during the podcast. Put the link down below for Sean's porn during the podcast.
Yeah, OnlyFans.
I could interview with you once a week. This was fun.
Yeah.
No, I had a blast.
You're great.